Hey guys, today we're going to learn about corn, specifically popcorn, but first we're going to find out a little bit about how many of you knew there were even different types of corn. Actually, there's 6 different types of corn because corn is literally in everything. You can't go a day without encountering some different types of corn in one place or the other, whether it's the hand soap in your bathroom, your morning bowl of cereal, the gas in your car that is made from ethanol, the aspirin you take for a headache, the crayons you draw with, or even the roasted corn that you serve as a side dish for dinner, or what was fed to the cow that maybe is the steak. Corn is still a staple for human consumption from breakfast all the way to snack time. And because we rely on corn for so many, large corn farmers are producing the corn needed to be fed for fuel and food and products like cornstarch and corn syrup. There are actually 6 types of corn kernels that we mentioned earlier, and they include flint, flour, dent, pop, sweet. First, let's talk about dent corn. Dent corn is what you see in the farmer's field throughout the county. It's what's fed to your livestock, and it's called dent because literally it has a little dent in it, a little indentation whenever it dries down in the field. We often call this field corn, and it's the kind of stuff, again, that you see all around the county. It's high in starch, and it's low in sugar content, which means it's not sweet and juicy like the corn that you would be eating. Another type of corn we're going to talk about a little bit is sweet corn. Now, sweet corn is those luscious ears that you'll get fresh in the summer. We like to slather with a lot of butter, and it's going to be the things that you eat on your dinner. What is popcorn? Popcorn is a whole grain part of the United States where the majority of popcorn is sold and grown worldwide. It resembles corn on the cob in appearance and cultivation, although only the popcorn kernels have the ability to. Popcorn, like all 6 types of corn, is a cereal grain and originates from a wild grass. Its scientific name is Ziames everta, and it is the only type of corn. As we mentioned earlier, popcorn. Earlier, people probably was popping it over an open fire and eating it plain. They later maybe even poured some milk on it and had the first cereal. Nowadays, we have a whole variety of popcorns available to us. Whether you like to do it the old-fashioned way on the stove with loose kernels from a bag, or you enjoy putting your favorite brand in the microwave, or even opening up an already popped bag of salty sweet kettle corn or even caramel corn, there's lots of varieties out there. You may enjoy your favorite at the movies or even, but how does it get popped? We already said that dent on the end of the endosperm was really tough stuff. Actually, popcorn needs heat to pop. Most popcorn will pop when the kernel's internal temperature reaches a whopping 400 to 460 degrees Fahrenheit. It's pretty hot stuff. Bound within the endosperm, when the kernel is heated, because of the pericarp or hull is really hard and flinty, that's where the name comes from, pressure builds up within the kernel. As the starch inside the kernel becomes soft like gelatin, the moisture literally vaporizes until the pressure of the kernel is so much that it can't stand. It actually reaches about 135 pounds per square inch. This pressure increases until the pericarp or the hull, it actually ruptures, and this gelatinized starch granules, they literally puff out. The kernel literally turns inside out. The starch or the endosperm is the white part of the pop kernel, and the pericarp is the hull or the darker flaky bit in the center of the kernel. So finally, we got some popcorn we can enjoy. And believe it or not, humans consume popcorn as a versatile and nutritional snack in a huge variety of ways, enjoyed in both sweet and savory ways by fans around the world. That's one factor that makes it so popular. The other thing that makes it really popular, it's a nutritional value. 1 cup of air popcorn contains only 31 calories, 1 gram of protein, and 6 grams of carbohydrates, a gram of fiber, and just a trace of fat. And it's consumed more than 15 billion quarts of popcorn each year, equals approximately 45 quarts for every man, woman, and child.